winter solstice is ruled by the moon.
This has got all the elements of a nice winter dish.
It's bright, it's colorful. Oh my gosh. This plate is luxury.
Oh my, that was...
What was that omen? Hi, it's Alex.
And Zoya, welcome to Star Dish on Bite.
The place to watch, explore, and cook. It's the holidays!
And we're in our most festive sweaters.
Yeah, your festive sweater. All black.
But it's festive black.
So we've made it to the end of the year, the winter solstice, which is actually the longest night of the year and the shortest day.
It's the official end of autumn, the first day of winter.
Actually, winter solstice is ruled by the moon. So during this time, we may be more emotional and intuitive, but we're looking forward to the year ahead and preparing for our future in hibernation.
We don't hibernate, babe.
Well, I like to, I'm a Taurus.
Aries are like notoriously struggling during winter. We don't like the darkness usually, so I just cannot wait for the sun to be back.
We get you a little lamp.
I know, I need one of those emotional lamps.
Yeah.
The reason why we're having a winter solstice party is because we want to be really intentional with the people that we allow into our lives for this upcoming season.
Since we have all this time to reflect and introspect, let's make a dish that takes some time to cook.
Today we're gonna do a combination of Alex and I's favorite dishes. Hers being short ribs, mine being a Persian stew called Fesenjān, which is a very wintry stew.
It's gonna be delicious, tender and juicy and hearty and comforting, but it's also gonna be really complex and fun. And if you have never made or heard of Fesenjān before, you're in for a good surprise.
Let's get this party started.
All right, so we have our short ribs. I'm going to season these with salt.
Lovely.
These are some hefty guys.
We like hefty guys. Well, we don't, but you know. Astrologically speaking, this is the time of the cardinal signs. And as an Aries, I have a lot to say about that.
Okay.
This is the time for us to kind of take charge, and we're supposed to be the best at adapting to new situations. Now we have a Fesenjān
Looks
short
like I'm
rib.
doing most of the work.
Well, that's because you're a Taurus and you're a hard worker, babe.
Yeah. Some oil in a hot pot.
Ooh, good sizzle.
I feel like short ribs are such a great meal for the winter months. We're not sourcing some of the comfort that we usually get from like the sun. We have to find other sources, and I think we do that through food.
I agree. We're gonna prepare the rest of our ingredients for our braising liquid. We're gonna start with a pound of toasted walnuts. Walnuts are good for brain health. They're a great winter food. We're gonna get these ground to a nice paste. You see the oil starting to come out? Looks nice.
Ooh, it smells so good. Okay.
All right. You're looking for a cookie dough type consistency.
Don't take it all the way to a nut butter.
Yeah. We'll let that sit to the side while we bloom some saffron. Because nothing says winter solstice like saffron.
I think my short ribs are looking pretty good. I'm gonna take these out of the pot and set them aside.
Perfect. I'll go ahead and bloom this, so I'll drop it in here. Add a pinch of salt. Saffron is supposed to be an antidepressant, and it is winter, so let's just
just put it all.
let's just put it all in.
It's gonna be an expensive winter.
We'll add a bit of warm water in here just to bloom the saffron. That's some great color. We'll let this sit and extract while we build the base of our Fesenjān.
All right, onions. Onions have a lot of energy. They take some time to grow. So we're gonna transfer all of that energy into our dish.
You know what the onions might need though? Is some turmeric. Turmeric
They
is
always need turmeric.
to help with our immunity, anti-inflammatories. Turmeric is amazing for that.
Also a beautiful color, kind of reminds you of sunshine.
Yeah.
Bring some sunshine elements into your winter. A little salt. 'Tis the season.
Tis the season. Now I think as soon as those get a bit more translucent, we can add our pomegranate molasses. This is an important ingredient because pomegranates represent rebirth. There's this big crossover between seasonal cooking and astrology. They kind of go hand in hand.
Yeah, if you're talking about astrology, it's all about like intuition, going with nature, the stars. So it all ties together. Eating seasonally, you're already one step there. The syrup of pomegranate, it's a really cool ingredient to start playing with because it's not just sweet, it's got that really nice sour kick.
Yeah, I think it's time to add our walnuts.
Ooh.
And this is going to transform it completely.
We're just gonna kind of melt that walnut paste into our sauce. Those walnuts are full of these fatty oils that will release. This sauce will be so rich and luxurious.
That's a Taurus for you. Rich and luxurious.
Yeah. Oh my gosh, guys, that smells so
really good. Yeah,
it's already getting really thin.
Go
Now
ahead.
we're gonna loosen it up with some water. Make sure you're hydrating in the winter months.
Let's add in our saffron.
Ooh, that helps with the color a little.
That looks really good.
So we're gonna let this liquid come to a bit of a simmer. And now I'm gonna add our short ribs back in the pot. Short ribs are something you wanna take your time with. They're a low and slow ingredient. Just like the winter, you have to get through it. It takes some time, but once you get through it, you'll have a delicious short rib to eat.
I don't think that's how winter works, babe. That's exactly how winter works.
All right, I'm gonna reduce this to a simmer and cover it partially with a lid.
Now we have to wait about 3 hours until they're fully tender.
What goes great when you're waiting?
A cocktail?
A cocktail.
A cocktail.
Bourbon Smash is a great wintry cocktail. We've got the bourbon, we've got some citrus. I think bourbon is great in the winter because it's, again, that warming kind of sensation of an alcohol.
Let's make both cocktails at once.
I'm gonna do 4 ounces, so 2 of these. Listen, we gotta do a stiff drink.
It's the winter months. Top that off with some blood.
Oh, you don't wanna measure?
I was just gonna wing it. Let's
All right,
measure it.
I like it, I like it.
I'm in
Wait.
Aries. It's kind of
Yeah.
like a trust the vision
Go
thing.
with it.
So let's add in some blood orange juice.
Look at that beautiful color.
Let's add, nice, baby.
Opa.
This is pomegranate molasses. Now we're gonna, again, lean really into pomegranate here. Not too much because we want to control the sweetness, but pomegranate really signifies rebirth
And fertility.
and fertility.
So if you're gonna get it on in the winter, careful.
We called it a bougie bourbon smash, and that's because we're going to add in some saffron. Again, antidepressant. I'm trying to help myself.
Yeah, and also I'm gonna add in some mint.
Oh.
Ooh, mint will just wake you up.
All right, we got all of our ingredients in. Oh my. That was,
What was that omen?
do it before this explodes again. Give it a nice shake.
Gonna do a nice shake. Be
No.
sure to hold the top and bottom.
Like a real shake, like a winter shake. Like it's like a winter shake. Let's see what the color looks like.
Wow, look at
Ooh,
that.
That is nice.
That is beautiful.
So I'll
Okay,
pour about 3/4 of the way.
we're gonna top it off with some ginger beer.
Now ginger is a very small root vegetable that has a lot of power.
Packs a punch.
Packs a punch.
And it has the ability to warm things up.
We'll garnish with some mint because we're civilized. And that looks pretty good to me. What do you think?
It's a big drink. Cheers.
We need it.
Wow.
That's really good.
Oh my God, that's delicious.
That's really, really good. Maybe too good.
Really like earthy, warming. You definitely get that bourbon.
Let me just try a couple more sips.
Tart and sweet.
The ginger and the pomegranate are coming through the most,
Oh.
I think. This is really good.
I literally feel the ginger running through my bones.
That might be the bourbon, but it could be both.
Actually, you might be right. Well, now that we're all nice and warm on the inside, let's keep it going and make our salad. It's salad time.
This is a drink.
Oh. We're also gonna make a delicious and bright citrus salad that's gonna give us a lot of hope for what's to come.
A lot of immunity as well, and a lot of just overall brightness to balance out this rich, hearty meal.
And this dark time.
Very dark time. Let's get some stuff peeled.
Go for it. Oh,
So the best way of
She's
getting
so quick.
citrus peeled, it's easy.
she's really good at peeling.
All you gotta do is use your thumb.
I've never seen an orange peeled so fast in my life until I met Zoya.
You need to be efficient. It's winter time. We don't have like extra energy right now.
Especially for the Capricorn, which is the sign of the season. They need to eat these foods to balance out their bodies.
And learn a little bit of patience, right?
Okay, I guess so.
So we're gonna have an orange, we have a blood orange, and the grapefruit. We're kind of hitting it at all angles.
So while she continues on with the citrus, I'm just gonna cut this head of radicchio in half.
You're a radicchio.
You're a radicchio.
You're a radicchio.
Radicchio is great because I feel like any salad in the winter should have a hearty, stable lettuce, like radicchio, like cabbage, that will hold up nicely. I'm just also gonna core out my radicchio and we can kind of break these up.
Interestingly, if you look at like a blood orange, a lot of citrus kind of represents the sun. In Persian culture, we call the winter solstice Shab-e Yalda, which actually means the night that is the rebirth of the sun. Because essentially, you're celebrating the death of the darkness, the longest night, and you're embracing the birth of the sun. From that moment forward, the sun is coming back into the picture.
I love that. Look at how beautiful that is. Nature is amazing.
Nature is amazing.
Now, as she finishes up the citrus, I'm gonna build our vinaigrette. So for my vinaigrette, I'm gonna do some oil. We also have sherry vinegar, which is a great vinegar is just a very pungent ingredient. It's bright, it wakes you up. I like to eyeball my vinaigrettes. A little honey for sweetness in the winter time.
So we also eat a lot of sweets during Shabbat Yalda, AKA winter solstice, to represent bringing some sweetness into our upcoming year.
Wow, a little pepper. Now I'm gonna whisk this up. You know, making your own vinaigrette takes a lot of ambition and patience, which really ties into the sign of the season, Capricorn. You just wanna keep whisking until that vinaigrette emulsifies. I'm just gonna toss our radicchio right into my bowl with the vinaigrette. Do I take a sip every time I say radicchio?
I think so, let's both do it. Radicchio, baby, cheers.
All right, I'm just tossing our radicchio in all of my, sorry, gosh, okay. I'm tossing my salad.
That looks really good.
Looks great.
Yeah,
It's vinaigrette and I'm not gonna say it. Radicchio. Now I just want to take a sip of a drink.
I can't keep playing your game. I'm wind up on the floor.
It looks so wintry.
Love the color.
Oh my gosh, such beautiful color. This is just making me happy looking at it.
It's very bright.
I really think food has such great potential to make you so happy, at least it does for me.
All right, let's top it with a few of these
Wow.
segments.
Kind of just like a canvas, you know? A radicchio canvas.
Alex, I can't. I'm not gonna get through this episode.
Rules are rules.
Them's the rules.
And for some finishing touches, we have pomegranate seeds, toasted walnuts, and mint. They tie in the ingredients of the other dishes that we're making, which really reinforces the message of each dish. Again, we're leading with intuition, with intention. It's all about going into the next year as the best possible you.
It's about preparing so that you are your strongest self as you carry on through the winter. Because again, it's the first day of winter. So you have a whole winter ahead of you.
This feels alive. It's bright, it's colorful, it's gorgeous, it's fragrant. I think the sun god approves. Do you approve? And I think our short ribs are ready, so maybe it's time to go grab them.
Let's go check.
Look at that.
Oh my God, that
Wow.
looks good.
So our short ribs have fallen off of the bone. They are nice and tender. That sauce is looking so good.
Look at the layer of walnut oil on top.
There you go.
That
That's
is
what you're
so
looking
good.
for.
We've got these beautiful pureed parsnips, another amazing root vegetable to just pack in some power. I'm gonna plate because Alex sometimes gets a little trigger happy.
I'm not good at it.
All right, so we'll start with some sauce right on the side here. Some chunks of that beautiful meat. This has got all the elements of a nice winter dish. That looks pretty good.
Wow.
That's pretty hearty.
And guys, we're bringing it back to the pomegranates. It's the fruit of the season.
Always just a little bit more pomegranate.
Yeah,
All
bring in that
Move
salad.
that over to the side.
It's the perfect pair, just like us. I feel like you're the sharp citrus salad and I'm the
You're
fatty, warming, hearty meat.
My love.
Time to eat.
I'm gonna go with the bright vibes
Oh,
first.
I'm gonna go with the short rib.
All right. Cheers.
Oh my gosh. Wow, I could eat this forever, not just in the winter. Pureed root vegetable underneath that delicious, rich, again, luxurious sauce. This plate is luxury.
That is luxury. We need some luxury in
Wow,
winter.
that is so good. There's this great tartness from the pomegranates that really balances out the fattiness from the meat.
Right after that bite, it's gonna blow your mind.
Oh my God. The vinaigrette really ties that together.
Yeah.
Wow. I think the moral of the story here is to really lean in. Let the season, let the signs guide you in what to eat.
And the winter solstice led us to these beautiful dishes and cocktails here today. Thank you for stopping by and watching Star Dish.
These recipes are in the description box below, and be sure to subscribe to Bite for more episodes.
Cheers.
Cheers!
Radicchio.
Radicchio!